And can you top this game? It's been incredible this hour on World Superstars of Wrestling. This one may in fact top them all. Greg DeGeorge backwards through Oliver Humperdink. Take a look at this fella.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Oz, a 7-foot individual who is wearing a mask as he makes his way to the ring, but in a green robe. And of course, the ring is bathed in green spotlights. I guess it has something to do with the Emerald City, perhaps.
He's a little old to wrestle, isn't he?
Well, actually,
that gray beard. Oh, that's a mask.
Actually, that's a mask that he's wearing, Craig.
Okay.
Wait till you see this guy. He's impressive. I had a chance to talk to him a little earlier in the dressing room.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. He should have left that mask on, maybe.
Another guy with one of those Fu-Man
goatees. The 7-foot Oz stepping over the top rope into the ring tonight to face Shinya Hashimoto.
And here is Hashimoto. Wow, what a challenge in front of him. Imagine if you were Hashimoto, what would you be thinking about heading to ringside, thinking about going against a 7-foot giant, really, in Oz?
Well, here's what I'd be thinking. I haven't had an opportunity to see Oz before, and I don't think Hashimoto has either. So he's got to be tremendously intimidated and feeling a little bit of intrepidation going into the match without somebody that he's never seen before.
You'd be thinking about doing a U-turn, no? A little turn back and try to sign some managing contract or something?
No comment.
Well, I would.
Oz being introduced to the crowd here, standing room only, once again for this great event. As we look at Shinya Hashimoto, a very popular young up-and-coming star here in WSW.
Hashimoto being checked by the referee.
Look at the size of this individual. Towers over the referee, towers over Hashimoto, 7 foot tall. Can you imagine? I get a nosebleed when I get up 7 feet in the air.
Need a little oxygen, huh?
I do indeed. The air is rare up there, my friend.
Referee giving the rules now to both Hashimoto. Bit of a stare down between him and Oz.
Intensity written all over both of their faces. As we're set to square off here in this matchup, Oz facing Hashimoto.
Well, let's see if Hashimoto can compete against the big Oz.
Hashimoto, no small man in his own right.
No.
He's a good-sized lad, but dwarfed by the gigantic Oz.
Oh, he ran right into a big boot of Oz. Now Oz picking up Hashimoto in the turnbuckle, spins him, throws him, and comes with a flying clothesline.
You know, the more I watch this Oz, the more I seem to think that I have seen him somewhere before. I think I have indeed.
That restaurant last night?
No, it wasn't at the restaurant. I've seen him somewhere, though. Big kick to the back of the head.
I know it wasn't with someone named Dorothy and Toto, I can tell you that much.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
No, wasn't that
no, not that one. The gigantic Oz.
Hashimoto has to figure out a way to use his talents to negate the size of Oz.
It gets back to what we were saying earlier about getting the man on the mat. When he's on his back on the mat, he's the same size as Hashimoto. That's about 6 inches, brother.
And I think Hashimoto is trying to figure that out right now. Side headlock. Working on the shoulder. Now this is what you're talking about.
Exactly. He's got to keep him down on the mat. It's the only chance to beat this guy is if he keeps him on the mat and keeps that hold on him. Some kind of hold. Either a leg hold, arm hold, or a headlock or something like that. But he's got to keep this man down off his feet.
Look at him work on that shoulder.
Hey, I bet you this Hashimoto is actually listening to us commentate this match. and he's getting ideas from me for nothing. I think I ought to be charging this guy a consolation fee.
Who should be charging who?
I should be charging Hashimoto a fee to manage him because he's listening to what I'm saying about keeping Oz down on the mat and utilizing it.
The thought.
Oh,
wow.
Look at there. That's a very effective hold when you got a bigger guy in the ring to get that arm over the shoulder like he's got him.
Yeah.
And like a pump handle. Rake it up and down. He's got him on the mat now. He's keeping him down there. That's what he's got to do.
Doing a good job. Oh!
Hashimoto now stretching that arm out.
Look at the boot.
That hold would be also more effective if Hashimoto were to move his feet to number 1 Oz's head and number 2 right below Oz's armpit. That way you get more pressure, being able to sit back with that thing and stretch that arm out more. Pull that arm right out of the socket he could. Listen to me, kid. You're going to be all right. Just listen to me.
I'm writing down a couple of these notes here. Next time I want to pull somebody's arm out of their socket, I'll give you a call.
Thanks, pal.
Oz into the corner. Hashimoto with a slap to the face. He's doing very well.
He's doing all right. He's doing all right indeed. This Oz is a big man. Hashimoto lacking experience, but look at this. With a big elbow. Hashimoto lands down on Oz. Trying to get a cover here. 1, 2. But that's all.
A little sloppy with the cover.
Oz now firing back on Hashimoto with a couple of big right hands, and Oz now whips him into the ropes. And a big clothesline.
Flying clothesline out for the cover. Not yet.
Hashimoto showing great heart tonight. He's not a quitter. He doesn't give up. As Oz now moves in with a reverse chin lock on Hashimoto. Referee down there checking, make sure it's not a choke.
You can see the damage it's doing to Hashimoto.
Again, it's getting back to a point we made several weeks back. You control the head, you control the body. Wherever the head goes, the body's got to follow. Oz very wise now, controlling the head of Hashimoto, keeping him down, making him carry not only Hashimoto's weight, but Oz's weight as well.
Hashimoto into the ropes. Good leapfrog by Oz, and he works midsection.
Oh, Hashimoto driven into the mat.
Now the cover. Nope.
2.5, Craig. Very close. Hashimoto just at the last second able to get that shoulder up. Big body slam coming.
Lands the elbow drop.
Hashimoto able to get out once again.
Oz still needs to do more than he's doing.
Absolutely. You can't have a cover like that. You got to wrap that man up, tie him up like a Christmas present. Make sure he can't use those legs to kick out, because that's exactly what Hashimoto did just then. Both his legs were free, and he just kicked out and got that shoulder up to the last second. Now that could be very easily a smother hold there. You see how he's got his hands around the chin, but just bringing those hands up a couple inches, he's covering the nose and the mouth, and it's awfully tough to breathe unless you can do it through your ears with hands covering your nose and mouth.
Look at that fierce pressure that Oz is putting on Hashimoto. Interesting match here.
It is indeed a contrast in size and styles and culture as Big Oz pulls him up for a big backbreaker. Quiet, trying once again, doesn't hook the leg.
I think you need to consult Oz here. Maybe you can get a little gig with him.
Maybe I'll just start talking louder, and maybe I can get a consolation fee from him too.
Oh.
Big full Nelson there, applied by Oz. A tremendous hold for a bigger man like that. Look at the leverage he's putting on. He's a taller man. He's able to get those arms back up. Hashimoto now in a lot of pain. With those arms, look at those arms. They're directly behind his head. As Oz cranks away on that full Nelson.
You can hear the grunts from Hashimoto. We'll have some news coming up about next week's program in a little bit.
Now they're going to go toe-to-toe, battle hammer and thong here. And Oz gets the better of Hashimoto in that one.
Another shot to the head of Hashimoto. You know, he's been absorbing a lot of blows here. Comes back with a right of his own. Now they're just trading punches. Another shot to Hashimoto's face. Actually, Hashimoto would rather be training a little more frequently. He's doing a better job at receiving right now.
Well, I notice he's carrying a little extra weight tonight. He's a big man. That might be a detrimental factor to him. We're going to have to see as the match goes on. Usually a longer match will benefit the man in better shape. Oz looks like he's in tremendous shape. He's a big man. Hashimoto needs to do a little abdominal work. It looks like he's got my abdominal program, I think.
Yeah. Well, he's working on your program.
I think so.
Big shot to the face.
That's just going to make Oz a little bit madder. I don't know if that was too wise on Hashimoto's part. He's trying to get him ticked off, and I think he has. As Oz lubricates up that right fist and gets it ready to fly in the direction of Hashimoto.
This place is going to go crazy if Hashimoto could pull off what you'd have to consider an upset.
Absolutely.
Based on the size of these two gentlemen. Hashimoto has that opportunity too because Oz has not been able to put on the finishing move.
Nice move there. Beautiful.
Big kick.
Hashimoto has to be thinking, what do I have to do to this big monster to pin him? As he's tried everything thus far and nothing has worked.
Something he hasn't done before, probably. Reverse.
Now jump on him, Hashimoto. Don't take your time getting around there. 1, 2. Oz able to kick out.
And a great spinning back kick there.
When you get that big boy on his back, don't waste no time. Hop on him. Get on him.
Oz, no, did not go to the ropes. Throws Hashimoto in. Trying to, oh, well done, the DDT.
DDT has Oz in a bad way. He might have him here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Only 2.
A little slow.
Oh, the referee was on his way down to count to 3. And I thought he had him.
I thought he had him too. Now, how about this DDT? That's got to do it. Hashimoto with the cover. And, yes.
He's got him. That did it. The
Hashimoto.
first one. Set him up for it with the first one. Oz able to kick out, but that second one nailed him. Take a look here as Hashimoto off the ropes, comes in, hooks, jumps up into the air, and drives down Oz into the mat using all that body weight behind him, and is able to capture the 1, 2, 3. As you see right here, and what an upset victory it was for that man, Hashimoto.